Again, my name is Alex Baingana, the Deputy City Clerk Masaka, and the clerk that has been caretaking this city since Mr. Kawes Daniel broke his mandatory age of 60 on 19. So I want to thank the members of staff for the last 2 weeks for the support that you gave me. Honorable Minister, I have here the report, the Handover report that I received from the former town clerk, Mr. Kawes Daniel, after blocking the mandatory age, and I've been caretaking the office. So I would request I read through the letter so that I also perform the function of handing over the office to the incoming town clerk, Mr. Sebaduka Uthman, who is a senior colleague in the Ministry of Local Government. And I want to congratulate him upon Minister, following the mandatory retirement of Mr. Daniel Kawes, former city clerk, I was tasked to caretake the office of the town clerk until a substantive office holder assumes duty. And now this is here. This is therefore to officially hand over the office to you. And available in this report is the detailed report of whatever is in this city. And I want to report to you that last financial we managed to recruit all heads of department. I want to thank the government, Honorable Minister, that they managed to give us the way to recruit all the heads of departments. They are all here, and now we qualify to receive the fund of YouTube, which was a requirement. So I request that we also clap for the government, because it was not the effort of the government, it was not easy to recruit the heads of departments without the wage. So let me take this. Yes? No, we recruited only heads of departments. Others we have not recruited, those ones that are under. But at least we have passed that criteria that is required to get the World Bank Fund under YouTube. So with all that, after congratulating you, my brother, I will take this opportunity to hand you over the office of the City Clerk Masaka. I will begin with this report, which is going to guide you as you perform your duties. Masaka City, the City Clerk has the office, and this office has the stamp. You allow me to hand over the stamp. And the office also has the vehicle of the town clerk. Much as all the vehicles belong to you, but for this purpose, I have to hand over this one. The other keys are with the fleet manager, and it is also involved in that report. So you can also receive the key. Honorable Minister, you must also operate in an office. And I want also to inform you that it is only Masaka City where we still have the residence for the city town clerk in all the cities. So I also take this opportunity to hand over the keys for the residence and the office. Your neighbor. So, lastly, I must also hand over the instruments. These instruments are going to help you in performing these duties. It includes the Local Governments Act, the Constitution, and the budget. So, congratulations, my brother. You are welcome, and we welcome you to Masaka City. And we are committed to give you all the support, work with you in everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deputy Town Clerk. Now, let's have a communication from our incoming town clerk. This one is for power. God is good all the time. All the time.
God is good, and that is his nature.
Honorable Minister, present in the House, our CC, your team, your worship, the Mayor, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I started by saying that God is good all the time, God is good, and that is His nature. Wow. I want to thank God for this gathering. And as we are aware, this is one of the regulations that we must follow. As you are born, prepare to go and hustle. And as you are hustling, remember that if all goes well, chances are that you may get married. And after that, that last part of it is always dangerous. When we are sending people. And now, this is why I'm saying God is good. I've tried to be a citizen of Uganda. Here I am today. We normally call it tour of duty. Maybe I can start by introducing myself for purposes of clarity. Haji Semaduka Usman. Semaduka has a following. That means I'm from Uganda region. Usman automatically tells you where I subscribe for purposes of faith. And Haji is the one who makes all pilgrimages. I visited the Vatican and visited the Mecca and Medina. Those are the only places that I know. Now, coming back to Semaduka Usman, I've been in local government as a minister for the last 32 years. Which 8 is in the rural district and 24 is in urban. Right away from the small town councils, here we are now. Transfers are normal. This is why I'm here. When you are recruited in service, you will always consent. And some of the writings in those appointments you get is that be ready to operate in any part of the country. And I've served various municipalities. I've served in Uganda, Shiranga, Machidi, Sabagabo. I went to Teso, I went to Karamoja, I've been in Lamu, and recently my last station was in Uganda municipality in Ampoli. And I'm back to the center. I know Masaka is one of the cities that we have. And always, when we meet as colleagues, we normally say cities are engines of economic growth and development. And that one energizes us as we are delivering. I've received this instrument as a handover report. I've tried to peruse it through and I've seen many things. Actually, I was interested in a few, but many are in here. I actually know the starting positions, or the percentage that we have. Honorable Minister, we have all the reasons to perform because we have over 65% staff in position. That is a good number to perform. 2, I've seen all the costing centers in here, the number of health centers we have, the number of schools we have, and some other details in here. Even the assets register is in here. And you know, taking over is a process. Formally, we have done that, but I always be consulting you, even as department heads, so I will not leave it alone to him. But when I call on you, please come and give support. Coming back to Masaka City, it is one of the local governments that we have, and it is a lot that we must do. As government, all of us, we are aware, we have a document that we follow, the National Development Plan. And this is the one that we implement all local governments, both the local and the center. And in doing so, there are members that I call agents that make the engine move. So I'm now coming in as the head boy here in this local government. I have deputies, I have assistants, and all of you are team players. My prayer is, can we team up so that we can deliver quality services to the masses. Because government has only one objective. It is purely service delivery to the masses. And the wananchi are always the king. We must respect them. As we respect the king, that is the wananchi delivering services, we also have to appreciate the stakeholders. There is that public sector which we must get married to so that we deliver the services to people. And in doing that, there are a number of issues that we must follow. But for purposes of time, maybe I can mention three, which are my quick observations. One is these services we deliver must be standardized and must be quality services. You know, these people in business normally say the customer is what? Is the king. So our customer is just these ordinary people that we serve. And we must respect them. But in doing that, we are always guided by the regulations and law in place. Do not expect me to act out of my own desires that this one is a colleague I've known him for long, so I'll be favoring him. No. It must be guided by the existing regulations. And here I want to emphasize especially the heads of departments. Kindly help me internalize the existing regulations in your dockets. For instance, when I see the exploitation officer, yes, Mwalimu, don't expect me to be the alpha and omega of that act in education. It must be in the know. I'm giving him as an example, but all of us, if you can see my brother, all of us must interest ourselves in the existing regulations. If my CPA here, don't see me. Yes, CPA Nameere. Yes, my brother. You must internalize that thing that we call a monster that is guiding us. That financial document. It is difficult, but we try to do what? To keep on reflecting it so that it can be guided. Minus that, we shall be making mistakes. So members, let's invest ourselves in existing laws and the regulations. Even the circulars that come in. Recently, there is a circular that is coming in education. We must count those things that we are going to pay people for. And it is now a policy. Minus that, you are offside. So members, let's stick to the existing laws, regulations, internalize them. Second to that is teamwork. You cannot think that the Department of Finance and the Administration is only the CPA. No. You have accountants, you have, name it, those that are below him. We must tally, we must work together so that we can deliver the quality services. And the other issue that I may want to talk about is data. This morning I was conferencing with the Mzee here, RCC, that information is power. Minus information, that is very dangerous. So as urban managers, we must have data across the board so that we know the masses that we are delivering services to, how many are in employment, so that we can know so and so is eligible for taxation. Are you getting me? So that, because when you have data, this gives you a basis of planning. I remember as a student of history, remember the Mau rebellion, for those of you that can remember. Those people were rebelling not because of the taxation that there is, but the methods of taxation was a problem. And this is why I'm interested in you to read the regulations. Because people are willing to pay. But if we are bad managers, we go do over taxation, the way we handle them, the human element is not in there. And this is the problem. Sometimes we have the enforcement. I'm not saying the ones that are here are also a problem. But we need to go slowly, caution them, sensitize the masses, then we perform. And I know urban areas are always very sensitive. So we must have data that is relevant, that will be helping us in all that we are doing. And I think lastly is our PAs requested us, and I want to request to you here, in here. It was in our recent meeting. We normally convene meetings quarterly. told us, you people, this time round the government has come up with a statement. The other time it was Kisanja, Hakuna Mchezo. And now the emphasis, this time we are saying no Muslim to no sleep. Yes, this is the minister is here, maybe she will guide us. The statement is no Muslim. And that means what to us as managers? That we must be hardworking. And what PS is normally telling us that it is talking about corruption. That the government is saying zero tolerance to corruption. And members, here I am, here we are. All of us are a victim. And being an accounting officer is very dangerous, because even if you are in the know or you are not in the know, and one of you is having that dent, automatically the accounting officers come in, or you are managers. So let's try to be in there and respect the government. If they are saying no more sleep, let's be on job. Let's not sleep on job, let's be working. And in that vice corruption, we must fight. And this one is across the board. The way we recruit, the way we do procurement, the way we do name it, and it is a problem. All of us are aware that our worship and the town clerk are the head of this municipality. We must complement each other in service delivery. And if the town clerk and the mayor are together, then chances are that even the councillors and the technical team shall come together and work. This municipality is not only for us here in this area, but for the entire Uganda and even the country, the world at large. People today want to visit Rwanda, Kigali as a small town. But even here, people can be in Europe and they say, hey, here there is that city called Masaka. Why not? If we are a team, we can do it. Yes, it's like the statement Obama was saying, yes, we can. Can we do it also? Yes, we can. I think in the interest of time and being in Bolivia, we want to start sweating. We want to end by this statement, Honorable Minister, and RCC, and your worship, the Mayor, that I want to place total submission. That with all my energy and courage in me, I'm willing to serve the leadership in this municipality and all, in this city, apologies, and all the stakeholders that there is, so that we can push Masaka to another level. I say all this for God and my country.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us add another announcement to our Clerk. Thank you so much, our Clerk, for the wonderful words you shared with us. Minister, you allow us to proceed to the next item on the agenda as we welcome the RCC yes, as we welcome our worship, the Mayor.
On behalf of the Mayor and Masaka City Council, I welcome you, Mr. Masaka City. We are thrilled to have you join us. We are looking forward to work with you. We look forward for your skills and ideas. We shall officially welcome you on Thursday in our executive committee. The Honorable Minister, we thank you for coming to Masaka City.
Again, request the worship provided to the RCC who led the thank you, Deputy Mayor, for inviting me. Our dear Honorable Minister of State and Local Government, and also woman member of Parliament in Masaka City, Honorable Justine, Nameere, you are welcome to Masaka. The Deputy Mayor, my colleagues, present here. The Division Mayor is present here. Colleagues, civil servants present here, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. What I mean is our flag is my name and the RCC Masaka City, but I also double as a regional people of my colleagues in Greater Masaka. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of my colleagues who work with in the city and also Greater Masaka to welcome you to this single duty of witnessing the handover of the outgoing town clerk and to the incoming town clerk. Honourable Minister, as a person, you, my supervisors employed here to represent the government, I want to assure you that so far, Masaka City is secure. And I want to take this singular honor to thank you and the senior minister in the ministry for really touching base with us to guide us on how better we can improve on service delivery. Colleagues, as you are aware, government has the mandate of delivering services. And it is His Excellency the President mandated to do so. But he appoints ministers. Below them, we have many actors up to us in the local governments who are charged with the last activity of ensuring services reaches the people. If we perform, it means government, the ministers, His Excellency the President, and the entire country has performed. If we don't perform, then it means government hasn't performed, so is His Excellency the President and his cabinet, the ministers we have. Therefore, I want to urge you that we strengthen ourselves, energize ourselves now that even our senior supervisors in the ministry who head us are with us to guide us here and there. Let us take the guidance in good faith to ensure we improve our services. As an RCC Honourable Minister, I've been having a good working relationship with the technical people and the political class here, and I want to assure them before you that I will continue working with them because it's my responsibility and the mandate to do so. Otherwise, Honourable Minister, today we yearn to hear from you. I can't prolong further because you are our maiden Member of Parliament, maiden Minister of State for Local Government, and the daughter of the soil. Therefore, I want to request that you allow me to end here and take this singular honor of inviting you to talk to us and guide us on a way forward as we have no more silly and ensuring no more corruption. No corruption. You're welcome, Honourable Minister.
Thank you. Another round of applause for the RCC. Haji Semaduka, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to Masaka City. The gentleman that has been holding for the town clerk, The Deputy Town Clerk, well done. The Deputy Mayor, the Division Mayor, the Mukungwe, the one of Chimanya Kabanera, the Division Town Clerks, all heads of department, the RCC and the assistants. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
God is good
All the time.
and all the time.
God is good and that is his name.
For the Muslims here, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Abalokole Yesu yebazibwe, abadiventi namwe Mukama yebale kubakuuma. RCC the other day was telling the Oweekitiibwa Katikkiro that when I was campaigning, my voters used to tell me that ababajjajja nga totubuusizaamu. So I don't know if this place also has ababajjajja. And they're always very honest. When ngenda wonna be basinga okwogeza amaanyi. Ababajjajja abatumidde. So all protocol bagamba batya? All protocol observed. My name is Nameere Justine Subuga Mamito or Papito. I always make sure to talk about my darling husband because it is a kind reminder to all leaders that you should not leave your families far behind. Your families are your fallback positions. So as we are in this ministry of leadership, the ministry of family is also very important. That's why I proudly wear my papito on my sleeve, because being a devoted wife is also a God-given role. These are human-given roles, but being a devoted wife and a devoted mother and a nurturer are God-given roles. So I am Mama Papito and Mama wa Bebito. And the woman named Masaka City and the Minister of State in the Ministry of Local Government. And the Commander 001 NRM slogan. Yeah. Even when I forget those slogans, my voters always remind me. It's with great honor and humility that I join you today to witness the official handover of the office of the Town Clerk of Masaka City. I thank God for this opportunity and congratulate both the outgoing and incoming Town Clerks on this important transition. Today's ceremony is more than a change of leadership. It is a reminder that public office is a sacred trust bestowed upon us by the people of Ghana. Those entrusted with leadership must always remember that they are custodians of public resources and servants of the people. I congratulate the outgoing Town Clerk for the service rendered to Masaka City, and I wish him well in his future assignments. To the incoming Town Clerk, Haji, congratulations upon your appointment. The people of Masaka City expect integrity, transparency, accountability, innovation, and above all, quality service delivery. They expect leadership that listens, acts, and delivers measurable results. We took time as a ministry to meticulously vet Haji Sebaduka. We took time as a ministry. I know there were people putting us on pressure. God, the Town Clerk is not coming. We are not going to receive our salary in time. God, the Town Clerk is not yet here. We don't work under pressure. We do our work the way we were guided to do our work. We needed to meticulously vet a Town Clerk for this city. We have grave cases of corruption in this city. And in as much as the senior minister and I visited and he left, I want to inform all members present that investigations into corruption in Masaka City are still ongoing. All the government land that has been grabbed by politicians in connivance with grabbers, the file is ready and I'm under order paper for Monday in cabinet. I was given space to present it. So it's not business as usual. Nobody has a right to force the ministry to bring a Town Clerk. No. We have a right to even hold for 6 months until we find the right person. If you didn't know, now you know. So I saw some people like this one in a what is it called? what was that? In a TikTok press, a division mayor in a TikTok press asking the ministry, why don't we have a town clerk? You can write to a... When are you organizing induction things of Masaka City and we assist some people? Because you can write and ask, you're even lucky that you have a Minister of State for Local Government as your woman MP. Melinda used to come to my home every day in the campaigns for assistance. On the morning of his election, he said, my sister banned one. And I picked 3 million in cash and gave it to him. But he forgot that route. You would have used the same route to come and ask, Honorable, why don't we have a town clerk yet? Don't be late, be late. He's a man of no, but he can't do that. By the way, when he needs clarification from me, he calls me. Even when he's not happy with me, he says, my sister, I've not understood this. But you need to do that. But I know the inductions are coming, and some of you will be assisted. But I want to stress it. I know that somebody had even gotten a letter as a town clerk, and some people were saying, Fetwa funye the town clerk. No, Temufu. The ministry assigns a town clerk. So let's learn to do things the right way. It's not going to be business as usual. For me as a political personality, I am a disruptor. That's what I am. And that is the competence that the person who appointed me, the fountain of honor, that is my competence. I am a disruptor. I don't do business as usual. Where I find a clique of people stealing, I don't join in the stealing. Conventionality is not morality for me. That just because a huge group of people has the same reason, that means they are right. No. Just because a huge group of people is stealing, that means I must join and steal. For me, I am a disruptor. I can stand up to 20 wrong people and I tell them you're wrong, even when I'm alone. And that's the reason my boss has been clear on several occasions that the reason I deployed Nameere is ABC. So when you're dealing with a disruptor like me, you have to deal very strategically. Hadi Sebaduka, I repeat, is the product of meticulous vetting. And that's why you see there was a lag in his coming here. I don't want anyone to walk up and say, oh, we put them on pressure, then they brought a town clerk. Don't flatter yourself. The town clerk came when the ministry was ready to deploy him. A lot of names, people were calling, recommending their relatives, their wives, their husbands. The ministry, not Nameere, just the ministry. Chaswangu, I don't know, it's called Chaswangu, or what? Huh? Chasangu, the one who was supposed to come here, and the one who some people had tried to stealthily organize a handover for, is on interdiction, and Honorable Balam is aware of that. He has a lot of reports from the political leaders where he has been. I think they had recommended his interdiction during the election. That's when they found out his illegal dealings. And I think somehow he played around in the system and the interdiction didn't come. So yes, in as much as many people had put a lot of energy in parading him as the town clerk, no, he wasn't. A letter doesn't make you a town clerk. The ministry makes you a town clerk. They give them your right. This business of people calling, this one must be here, for me as Nameere, it shall not work. Even if you're my relative, you can't call me and say, I'm the one who's supposed to be here, or so and so is the one who's supposed to be here. Me. You can patiently wait for the time the fountain of honor gave us to clean up. When it's done, then you can be able to play those games again. But I don't think by the time we clean up, those games will be possible again. People are very good at making references to other countries. Oh, you see in Rwanda, I even see my husband here, the new town clerk. he said, for him he wasn't doing it in a bad way, he was just being referential. He was telling us we can also do it like Rwanda did it. That Rwanda that we want to do as has zero tolerance for corruption. The NDP4 that the town clerk is telling you about, it was presented in Chankwanzi. And the presenter said by 2040, according to the 10-fold program that we are focusing on in the NDP4, that by 2040, Uganda has to look like Dubai. I immediately objected because I am a disruptor. In Chankwanzi, in the middle of my fellow members of parliament and cabinet, and I told them, please, let's call ourselves to order. You cannot have a 10-fold program which has nothing to do with fighting corruption. And then you say you want to be like United Arab Emirates or any country in the Arab Emirates. So now it's no longer a 10-fold program, it is the 11-fold program. Because His Excellency the President directed that add Nameere's point, which is fighting corruption. And that's what we are going to do. Cheap talk, people parading around in videos, people who don't really have what to wake up to do, cannot divert us from this. We are going to go to every hospital, every school, every market. We are going to dig up every stolen plot of government land. This city is going to be in order and this country is going to be in order. And I thank His Excellency the President and the entire cabinet. They are very supportive of the efforts being made by Honorable Balam and myself. So we are not going to back down. We are going to do things the way that things must be done. The new town clerk, I want to kindly appeal to you. Please despise anything called corruption. Your deployment, your time of arrival has not been the norm. People are used, oh, this town clerk has retired, in 2 days you have another. There is a reason why you were meticulous, why time was taken in choosing you. Please, don't let the ministry down. Come to Masaka and do what has brought you. And me, I don't have clicks. I don't have time for clicks. Outside work, people don't have anywhere to find me. That's why this one is over in the videos. These holidays were saying, yeah, we learn new. Because outside work, they don't have anywhere to do it. They won't find me in their bars, they won't find me where they eat pigs from, they won't find me anywhere. After work, I go to my capital. When I'm at work, I've come to work. Not to fool around, not to socialize, not to do anything. I'm not single, I'm not searching. So when I come to work, I have come to work. So, Mr. Sevaduka, I am appealing. Don't fall prey. Masaka has a lot of dilly-dallies and, people who are helter-skelter. This one is bringing this in, this one is telling you can take this land, even this one took this land, even this one took this land, they didn't find out. You know they will find out. This time the government is hell-bent. No corruption. We are cleaning up local government through and through. So I want to appeal to the rest of us that His Excellency the President declared this Chisanja as Chisanja no more sleep and no more corruption. This is not merely a slogan, it is a call to action for every public servant. It means no more complacency, no more excuses, no more delays, no more business as usual. Every accounting officer, every town clerk, every head of department, every engineer, every community development officer, every parish chief, every civil servant must justify the trust that government and citizens have placed into you. The era where officers simply occupy offices to earn salaries without delivering services has come to an end. The people of Masaka deserve efficient services. clean streets, better roads, quality education, improved healthcare services, accountable leadership, proper garbage management, and prudent management of public resources. Let's welcome the deputy RSS. As leaders, let's remember that every signature we apprehend, every contract we approve, every shilling we spend, and every decision we make affects the lives of our people. Parish development companies. The incoming town clerk, your deputy, and the division town clerks. With a very, very, very suspicious mind and heavy heart, I want to bring your attention to the parish development model. The program in Masaka City. Government has heavily invested in parish development model because it remains one of the most important vehicles for transforming households from subsistence into the money economy. I therefore expect the incoming town clerk to ensure that every government program, especially parish development model, is implemented faithfully and reaches the intended beneficiaries. The women, the youth, persons with disabilities, the other vulnerable members of our communities must benefit from these programs. I want regular reports on implementation of PDM within Masaka City. I want to know who has benefited, how funds have been utilized, what challenges exist, and what corrective measures are being taken where weaknesses are identified. Anyone who diverts PDM funds, manipulates beneficiary lists, or exploits vulnerable citizens for personal gain is sabotaging government's fight against poverty and will be required to account in accordance with the law. Mr. Town Clerk, recently, the senior minister and I had a person arrested. We were doing our field outreaches and the people cried out to us that so and so and so and so are stealing parish model funds. And the first slap that they gave us in our faces is that is an NRM chair, that is an NRM this, that is an NRM card. I want to warn you, and I want to give you a heads up, that in Masaka City here, people are used to using the NRM party as a veil to cover corruption. Don't be moved. The president is not moved by that nonsense, and I urge you to not to be moved by that. We know the NRM supporters are here in Masaka, and we know where to find them. But you find a land grabber, you find people who are stealing PDM, the first thing they do when they are captured is NRM. That is their first point of reference. You see, I am the NRM this. You see, I am the NRM that. Don't be cowed by such groups. You heard the senior minister, he was on camera, Honorable Bala. He told the man when he said, but you say I'm the NRM, he said, even if you're NRM, you're not allowed to steal. You should be taken for arrest. Directed for his arrest, and he was arrested. And he was on remand. We were in a parish recently with Madame Fiona? Sheila, yes. With Miss Sheila. And you find that one household has about 3 people, relatives, who have all got PDM, and they are well off. One has a car, the other has a piki. They all sleep in Mwamba houses. Abantu basatu mu new bed, bonanga bafunye PDM. Then when you tell them account, how did you qualify? How did you end up on the list of beneficiaries for money that is supposed to be for abanafu, abawejjere, abekwata? They sing the usual song for the groups here, NRM. NRM shall be protected. We are in touch with the Right Honorable Richard Kodron, the Secretary General. Actually, he wants to come into Masaka and do a proper cover of that budget to save it from thieves. There is no politeness. Nobody is going to sit down with any thief to negotiate. That you see, because you're NRM, we shall leave you. No. Feel free to go up the hill, insult leaders, incite people, the law will take its course. But the program of expose the corrupt, clean up local government is going on. It is here to stay. We shall go to all districts and then go back again and then do follow-ups and then send follow-up teams until Ugandans receive services the proper way. So, Mr. Town Clerk, I want you to give special thought to the Department of Production. I want you to think about the parish development program. It is a program that is so dear to the NRM government. It should not be vulgarized by the same so-called NRM. All people are supposed to be, whether they are from opposition or they don't have political parties or they are from NRM, everybody is supposed to benefit as long as they fall within what is required for the beneficiaries, as long as they fall within that. But you go to a parish, you go to a certain village, 7 beneficiaries, 1 village, 1 party, 1 household, 1 clique. No. And if our investigations reveal that they actually got this money individually, they are going to have to pay the money immediately. They will not enjoy the grace period of the typical beneficiary. They will have to pay that money and also face the law. Expose the Corrupt campaign. My senior minister, Honorable Balamba sends you greetings, all of you, and he has continued to champion the Expose the Corrupt campaign with my assistance and the assistance from the ministry, and of course with the backing of His Excellency the President, because corruption remains the greatest enemy of service delivery. This campaign belongs to every Ugandan. It belongs to every market vendor, every teacher, every health worker, every border rider, every councillor, and every public servant who believes that public resources must benefit the people. Public resources must benefit the people. I urge the citizens of Masaka City not to fear speaking out against corruption. If you know of ghost projects, ghost workers, illegal land allocations, diversion of government funds, extortion, inflated contracts, abuse of office, or illegal sale of public property, report it through the established government channels and whistleblowing. Honorable Balamba Ugahara and I would like to thank in a special way the whistleblowers that were able to give us reports when we came to Masaka, before we came, and even after we left. Those that have continued to whistleblow. We want to assure all whistleblowers of the whistleblowers protection and witness protection as per the law. Those who steal from government are stealing from our mothers who need health care, from our children who deserve quality education, from our youth who need jobs, and from communities waiting for roads, water, and better public services. Let's expose corruption, reject corruption, defeat corruption together. Accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for impunity is over. As the woman member of parliament in Masaka City, I expect comprehensive reports from city administration on matters affecting our people for the last 5 years. And as the Minister of State for Local Government, I request the following detailed reports. Kindly note this RCC, but the message is to you, Town Clerk and your deputy. I want detailed reports on all programs benefiting women and girls, including women empowerment initiatives, livelihood programs, and gender-responsive service delivery. I need reports of all this. I need reports on money for people with disabilities. How much have we received, whether from government or grants? Who have been the beneficiaries? Of course, I will do integrity checks with the head offices. As I'm given these reports, I and my team shall do integrity checks with the sources of those funds to make sure the figures we are being given in Masaka are the same figures that the offices, government and the funders actually see. Reports on persons with disabilities showing how government programs are reaching them and how the city is ensuring accessibility and inclusion to all development initiatives. A detailed report on management of land within Masaka City, including all public land, ongoing land disputes. Mr. Town Clerk, we have a vice in Masaka where land grabbers connive with some of the people in the council, whether politicians or taking and actually sue the council of Masaka City, claiming interest or equitable interest in government land. And then our people go to court and connive with those grabbers and put up a weak fight. Take advantage of court processes to make sure that people either get an ex parte judgment in the favor of the grabber, or they get a judgment easily due to our weak case or our people deliberately putting up a weak fight in court. So I want to know. We want to know detailed. Of course, we have some of these things, but we want to know from you, authoritatively as the town clerk. We want detailed reports. Who has sued Masaka City for land and why? We hear of land like a children's park. How did land that was meant for a market for someone? Public land, clearly. Traditional public land. How did it end up having a title of someone else? We need those reports. The senior minister, I need to inform you, Mr. Town Clerk, that the senior minister, Honorable Bala Mambara, ordered for a land audit into all public land in Masaka City, including land of forestry land, wetlands, and the audit is ongoing. It is being done by the Anti-Corruption Unit, ISO, and CMI. The audit is ongoing. So in case they approach your office for any assistance, kindly assist them accordingly. I want to warn everybody, don't interfere with these audits. Don't be tempted into uttering any false document. Division town clerks, deputy town clerk, Mr. Town Clerk, RCCs, assistant RCCs, don't be tempted into giving anybody a false document to cover them for whatever land they have been grabbing or they grabbed or been trying to grab. Because this audit will not leave you untouched. Please don't fall prey. Inventory of all public assets and properties belonging to Masaka City that were fraudulently acquired, illegally occupied, irregularly transferred, or falsely recovered. Public property belongs to the people of Uganda and must be protected without compromise. Mr. Town Clerk, I don't know if it came to your attention recently that the Army, the UPDF, under the good command of General Mawes Penyagaba, they want to take a general stand that now they don't give out Army land for anything. If you want to do anything with Army land, you work with the Army. In as much as it's one of the institutions with the biggest and most protected land, they are now also guarding their land jealously. Because land continues to be such a resource, there is much more that they can use for land. The population is growing. So if the city does not protect its assets, we are going to hit a snag. And as you go into office, I want you to know that as the woman MP, before I became minister, while we were at the MP's retreat in Chakwanzi, I was able to put up a case for Masaka City. The President and Ministry of Agriculture accepted to have the mechanized center, tractor mechanized center of our zone, Greater Masaka region, to have it in Masaka City. However, they need land to the tune of 20 acres. So we shall need 20 acres for this center. Find out where it could be. We are busy lobbying for investors. The other day, I wrote a letter to His Excellency the President reminding him of the promise to send a number of investors to invest here. And he replied and copied my good sister, the Minister of State for Investment, Honorable Amina Mkalas. So, get the status of our land for investors. Land is needed. Investors need land. Government programs need land. Mr. Town Clerk, I also want to know about all our public assets as Masaka City that are being rented or that are being hired by either other government agencies or wananchi, or private sector, or business community. I want to know who is collecting that rent. The resource centers, I want to know who is collecting the rent. Is this revenue coming back to government? We need to know in these detailed reports. Secondly, we want you to give an appraisal of the report that you have been handed to, an integrity appraisal of people with tenders that directly affects the public. Tenders like garbage management, tenders to do with enforcement. We have had our people over and again complain about the parking tenderers, that they are harsh, that they are mishandling people. We want to know about all these